Let's discuss our process around equity valuation. We use two different valuation metrics when looking at equities. The first is Shiller PE multiple. Robert Shiller won a Nobel Prize, and the data behind this metric is extremely compelling. The second is market capitalization to GDP. Warren Buffett prefers this metric, and the data behind this metric is extremely compelling. Let's review the Shiller PE data for the U.S. stock market, and we'll use data since 1954. The blue line represents the Shiller PE for the U.S. stock market. The orange line is the median over this time, and the gray line denotes where we are currently. This is how we use the data. We have monthly data going back to 1954. Here's the Shiller PE in different months. This is sorted by cheapness. And here are the 7-year average forward returns from these points in time. Now, as you can see, there was one time where the Shiller PE multiple was 8.0 and forward returns were 15.1% per year, and another time with the same valuation, but returns of 8.9%. This is not a crystal ball, so we are using averages around these points. When the Shiller PE is around 8, what are the forward returns on average? You get a very nice chart looking at the averages. When the stock market is cheap, forward returns are often strong. When the market is expensive, forward returns are often weak. But this is not a crystal ball, it merely gives an indication of odds. And here is data when the U.S. stock market is expensive. Forward returns on average are very low. We use country-specific Shiller PE data for over a dozen countries covering around 80% of the global market, and the pictures are all similar. There's a strong correlation between cheap markets and strong go-forward returns. Here is data on the market capitalization to GDP for the U.S. stock market since 1965. The blue line denotes market cap to GDP. The red line shows the median, and the green line shows where we are today. Here's how we use the data. It's very similar to how we use the Shiller PE data. We take averages around market cap to GDP. This does not predict the future. It merely gives an indication of the odds. When the U.S. stock market is expensive, we tend to get poor returns going forward. We use country-specific market capitalization to GDP for over a dozen countries covering around 80% of the global market. We weight this data based on how predictive it has been in the past. The more predictive, the higher the weight we put on the data. Valuation matters. We follow a strict, data-driven process for incorporating valuation into position size. Here are our disclaimers and references. Please reach out to us for more detail.